All right, let's talk about something that I know a lot of you feel. It's that super frustrating problem. You've got these huge ambitions, right? But when it comes down to it, you've got zero energy to actually act on them. Well, we're going to break down a really simple 3-step solution for that exact problem. So let's just dive right in.
So have you ever felt this? I mean, really felt this. You've got these massive, exciting dreams for yourself, but when it's time to actually do the work, you just feel completely drained. You just can't bring yourself to start. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are so not alone.
And this right here just captures that gap perfectly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the ambition. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to get fit. And on the other side, well, that's the reality, isn't it? Scrolling on your phone, watching TV, and oh yeah, the classic promise, I'll do it tomorrow. That disconnect, that is the absolute heart of the problem we're talking about.
You know, this feeling actually has a name. It's called the ambitious lazy paradox. And man, is it powerful. It's powerful because it just makes you feel so stuck. You've got the desire, for sure, but the action, it just isn't there. And that can really start to feel like a personal failing, right? Like there's something wrong with you. But what if I told you it isn't?
Okay, so here's the crucial point. The thing we really need to get. The goal itself, not the problem. Dreaming of writing a book is great. The real issue is how our brain sees it. It doesn't see write one page. It sees this one giant impossible leap from a blank screen to a finished novel. And when it's faced with that massive first step, our brain just slams on the brakes, hard.
So let's take a look at what's actually happening inside our heads here. Because this reaction you have to a big task, it is not a flaw in your character. I want you to really hear that. It's actually a built-in feature. It's just how your brain is designed to operate. And here's that feature in action. It's called the comfort principle. See, your brain is, well, it's kind of lazy by design. It's hardwired to conserve energy, so it will always try to avoid things that feel difficult. Instead, it's going to steer you toward what's easy and comfortable right now, like scrolling on your phone instead of staring down that scary blank page.
Okay, this right here is probably the most important mindset shift we need to make, so listen up. Laziness isn't who you are. It's not a permanent personality trait. It's just a habit. It's a habit your brain has learned to protect you from feeling totally overwhelmed. And you know what the best news about habits is? They can be changed.
So, the big question is, how do we do it? How do we outsmart this ancient wiring in our brains and finally start taking action on the things that really matter to us? Well, it all comes down to a simple 3-step fix.
All right, here it is, the whole framework. It's just 3 steps. 1, make it small. 2, create easy routines. And 3, use the 2-minute rule. Simple, right? Let's break each one down. Okay, so step 1, make it small. This is all about playing a little trick on your brain. See, if a big task is scary, we just need to shrink it down. Shrink it so much that it becomes ridiculously easy, totally non-threatening. So much so that your brain doesn't even see it as a threat anymore. It just goes, oh, that? Yeah, I can do that. And here's what that actually looks like in the real world. You don't aim to write a book today, no way. You just write 1 sentence. You don't try to master the guitar. You just practice 1 chord. You're not gonna run a marathon. You're just gonna do 1 push-up. The whole goal here isn't perfection. Forget perfection. It's all about just a tiny, tiny bit of progress.
All right, let's move on to step 2, create easy routines. Now here's a little secret about willpower. It's like a battery. It starts full in the morning and it just drains throughout the day. So if you rely on it to get things done, you're eventually gonna run out of juice. Routines, on the other hand, they take willpower completely out of the equation. They put things on autopilot. The whole goal is to make starting automatic. So, for example, if you want to exercise in the morning, you got to remove the decision-making. Don't wake up and think, should I work out? No. The night before, you put your workout shoes right by your bed. That's it. That simple little routine makes the next step so incredibly easy. You start building momentum before you're even fully awake.
And that brings us to our final step. And honestly, this one might be the most powerful of all. It's called the 2-minute rule. Think of this as your secret weapon for crushing that initial friction. You know that feeling of, I don't want to start.
The rule could not be simpler. Whatever your big, scary task is, just commit to doing it for 2 minutes. That's it, just 2 minutes. I mean, come on, anyone can do pretty much anything for 2 minutes, right? You want to read more? Just open the book and read for 2 minutes. Want to clean that disaster of a room? Just tidy up for 2 minutes.
And here's the beautiful, simple physics of why it works. You know that old saying, an object at rest tends to stay at rest, right? Well, getting started is always the hardest part. The 2-minute rule is like giving that giant boulder a tiny little push to get it rolling down a hill. Once it starts moving, momentum just kind of takes over.
Okay, so let's bring this all together now. The goal here is to stop overthinking and just start doing. It's all about taking these tiny, almost ridiculously small steps and just trusting that over time they will build into massive, amazing results.
I absolutely love this analogy. Think of your big ambitious dream like a fire. Right now, it's probably not a roaring bonfire, and that's okay. Maybe it's just a tiny little spark. Every single time you write one sentence or do one push-up or practice for those 2 minutes, you're adding a little piece of kindling to that spark. You just keep adding that fuel day after day, and before you know it, you're gonna have something incredible.
And please, remember this. The goal was never perfection. You're gonna miss days, you're gonna stumble. That's totally normal, it's part of the process. The thing that truly creates massive change isn't some one-time heroic effort. It's the small, consistent things you do over and over and over again.
So, I'm gonna leave you with this one question. Let's forget about tomorrow, forget about next week. Based on everything we've just talked about, what is the one tiny spark you're gonna light today? What's the one small 2-minute action you can take to get that fire started right now?